Let's bring in CTV's Kamil Karamali, who's in our national newsroom, following this one for us here. So here we are, a couple hours away from the deadline. Any updates on the ongoing negotiations, Kamil? What are you hearing?
Yeah, and so we've been trying to keep our ear pretty close to the ground on this one, Todd, and maybe the fact that things are all quiet and we haven't heard from our contacts in a little while might be actually a good thing, because hopefully that means they're at the table with the Treasury Board of Canada, the union representing, as you mentioned, about 9,000 CBS, Canadian Border Services Agency employees, and they are really trying to negotiate and find common ground on a few sticking points that they haven't really been able to see eye to eye on. That's worker protections, wages, pension, and benefits. These are employees representing, the airport, land, and marine ports of entry, or employees that work along those ports of entry. And I mentioned wages being a sticking point. They're hoping to get what they say is the same wage as RCMP officers, which is 15% more than they are getting paid right now. Another sticking point was something called 25 and out, where RCMP officers get to work for 25 years or so, and then they can retire with pension. CBSA employees asking for the same benefit there. So some things that they haven't been able to see eye to eye on, as I mentioned, probably trying to iron that out before that 4 p.m. Eastern Standard Time deadline, when they say that they will take part in job action should they not be able to reach an agreement. You hit a pretty essential point there, though. About 90% of these employees are essential. So as you mentioned, they can't walk off the job, but they are free to take job action outside of working hours. What they can do, you said, squeeze off the top. And one of those ways is through something called work to rule, which they could apply they could apply each and every one of their jobs, rules and regulations. And when you implement every rule and regulation in the rule book, well, that can surely slow things down. So one example is, with every car that approaches the border, you ask each and every question on the laundry list of questions, and that can really slow down the border crossing process. So that's one example of work to rule, something that they could implement should they not get to an agreement by 4 p.m. Eastern.
CTV's Kamil Karamali. Good to see you, Kamil. Thank you.
Good to see you, Todd.
All right, and we'll keep our eye on all of that for you.